Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hi
What's
guys.
going on?
I
Um,
am so excited to be here right now. I'm trying to compose myself, but I'm so excited to be back with y'all. Like, how long has it been?
it's been so
I
long.
don't even know the last thing we recorded. I don't even remember. Of course, nothing has changed.
Nothing's changed.
Kerry is drinking. I don't have a drink.
What we don't do in this section is judge.
We're not judging, but
We like planning.
nothing has changed. Kerry still has a drink in his hand. Whether we're at what was that bar we used to go to?
Odd fellas.
Well, Oddfellas, whether we're at Oddfellas or we're in the comfort of our own home.
Yes, because we're at home, y'all. We're at home.
Drink. We are at home.
We've been away. This virus is taking its toll on people. It's crazy. But only because it was like a televised situation at first, and then it started hitting home. Like it's hit home. Like
it's hit home so many times.
Been affected by this. Both me and Robin had to go through like this process. It was scary, y'all. It's real.
Both had to be tested. I didn't get diagnosed with the virus, but I definitely came in contact with someone where I had to be tested, and it was extremely scary. Kerry experienced the same thing. Definitely comment and let us know how this virus is affecting you. Definitely let us know if you're joining us today, because we are so excited. I hope we didn't stay gone for way too long. But life was happening, y'all.
Yes, life is happening. It's real.
Plans. We had so many big plans. Yeah. These pictures that are floating around, people think we just took those for Kerry's birthday, and that's not true. We actually took those because we were gonna throw a really huge event to meet our audience and stuff, but
things happen.
Otherwise.
Yeah, things happen, and it didn't happen that way. So we're still moving forward. We still got some exciting things to come. Like we have some exciting episode topics. Today we're talking about stereotypes. Yeah. I mean, like it's crazy because I looked it up and I do it every day.
And first, let me just say this though. Let me just say this, and I'm sorry. We back, y'all, and I'm back cutting Kerry off, and I'm sorry. But let me just say this. We had other topics that we wanted to discuss. We did have other topics that we wanted to discuss that we felt that were important. But this one was like, we were like, all right, we can't wait on this. Like, let's just have this one as our comeback topic, especially with the times that we're living in, the things that's going on in our communities. It's something that we can't sweep under the rug, and that we felt as being young people that we should discuss and talk on. So, yeah, that's our first.
It's happening today. It's definitely happening today. A lot of us are affected by a lot of this. And even if you weren't directly affected, just seeing the things on TV, like all these protests and things going on, it's reality.
And who do we have joining us? We got some comments coming in. Hold on, Kerry. We got some comments coming in.
Oh, Richard.
Yeah, good to see you. Who is Richard, Kerry?
Richard is a phenomenal guy. When I was young, lost in this world, that man took me. No, really, you laughing. That man took me in. I remember I couldn't see. This is how I found out I needed glasses, because of him. He took me to a doctor, and I got my first pair of glasses because of him. He paid for it and everything. That was awesome. So shout out to
Richard. We glad to have you.
Yes, like my first mentor, like really, like first mentor. Awesome. Yeah, so he's awesome guy. Thanks for joining us too, Richard. So today, again, if you're just joining in, we're talking about stereotypes. Do you stereotype? Do you fall into it? Or like, what's your role in it? What's your thoughts? We definitely want you to talk back to us. We want to share some of our thoughts on it. And it's, again, the topics there. Do you stereotype people based on their race? I'm not going to lie. I don't do it off of race. I definitely don't. I grew up with a diverse background. I grew up with a Caucasian stepfather. So race to me wasn't a thing. I thought that was normal until reality kicked in and television told me it wasn't the norm. So I don't stereotype based on race.
Actually, so television told you that wasn't normal. Not like you didn't experience that as being African American young male. You had you just saw it on TV.
Yeah, I saw it like as an adult though. So like the young Kerry didn't know that there's separation really, because I grew up with again a white family. Like my stepdad's family was my family, or they're still my family. So at the end of the day, like I had that connection. I grew up with a diverse background. Again, like I said, Richard during that time could have been my best friend, even though there was definitely age separation. But like that's what I knew. So I didn't stereotype based on that. When I got to make up my own mind, my things became on like I judged on look. I didn't care about like if you're black, white, red, purple, yellow, green. I looked at people and put them in like, you didn't dress nice, so and maybe you're like, but then knowing that like even just on your clothes and stuff, that didn't count what was in your bank account. I didn't do it like on your class, on financial. I just put you like, oh, I wouldn't talk to you like you're not somebody I would want to talk to. That sounds so.
Were you the type like when because when I think of this, I think of like the movies when the white woman's walking down the street and she has her purse and she's holding her husband's horn and they're going to dinner and they're fancy and then the white brother walks by and she clutches her pearls and she clutches her bag and you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I think of when you tell me that yes, you do stereotype.
Yeah. So when my thing comes to that, so again saying, and I take it back, I'm pulling a Robin actually right here. I'm going to step back on what I said, and I'm actually going
seriously.
Actually, I think I do, but mine is more on like African American. I can see a group of my peers.
Kerry. Oh my God.
On the corner, and I'm crossing the street and going around. So I do that.
Okay.
But that's only because I have physically seen as well too, that as an adult, see a brother walk down the street past his own brothers, and he have issues. But I've seen different races walk past that same group of people, and they let them walk right past. Or they don't say anything to them. They turn their back on them. They won't acknowledge them. But then you walk down the street, is why you on my block, or why you what you doing here? Like who is you? Like yeah. So I've done that before, and regardless if the people were gonna pay me attention or not, I just do it for it's a mental thing now. So I'll cross the street. But yeah, so
if a white guy, because let me tell you something, I personally, I am guilty of it. I have done it before, but it's not just a race thing for me. It's the way you look. Like it could be a white guy who maybe looks like he's sketchy, and then I'll hit the locks on my door. But at the same time, definitely if it's a black guy who maybe is looking suspect, and I hate to use that word because I watched the video earlier and the cops kept calling this guy suspect and he was not the person they were even looking for. Like, so I hate to even use that word, but yeah, I have done that before where I've like locked my doors or scooted to the other side of the street or maybe switched my purse to the other arm or things like that. But I think we need to be careful when doing that because everybody who looks suspicious or who looks suspicious basically isn't the person you need to be looking out for. I have like a little story time that I'll make it quick. And if we have anybody who's experienced anything like this, definitely comment and talk to us. But I had a little situation. This when I was younger. It was my first run-in with the police. And I was about 11 years old. And I was walking out of the house. And there was a high-speed chase coming down the street. And it was random. It was so weird. But I remember I was staring at it because I was telling my mom, like, oh my God, there's a high-speed chase right there. Like, and she was like down the driveway already getting in the car. And she was like, girl, come on. And I was like, it's a whole high-speed chase. And so the chase was like coming towards us. And finally I saw it and I was like, all right, let me run to the car. So I ran to the car. I got in on the passenger seat. Randomly, the high-speed chase leads to our driveway. Like the woman who's driving pulls into our driveway. So as she pulls in, I guess the cops mistake me. When she pulled in, I think I jumped out or something I did. And the cops had mistook me for her and said I was looking suspicious. And they came pulling up. You know, they're in pursuit of somebody hot. And I jump out the car. And instead of taking the woman down, 11-year-old me, they take me down. I'm talking like push me to the ground, guns in my face, like just completely assumed that I was the criminal that they were after. You know what I mean? Based off of, and I'm pretty sure it's because she was an African American woman. Like maybe we fit the same descriptions or whatever. And I was 11 years old. Like I was 11. All I keep thinking is I was 11 years old. So ever since that little incident or whatever, I really do try to say like not everybody's a criminal or not everyone who looks the same. I cannot say like, oh, they're gonna get me or they're gonna rob me, because that situation happened to me and I wasn't even the person they were looking for. You know what I mean? And I know there's so many African Americans who are victim of those type of situations. You know what I mean? Where the police may be in pursuit of somebody else and you might fit the description or you might look like you're suspicious. And I never forget the day they were like protecting my mom away from me. And I was like, wait, what? We together? Like, what you doing? Like, and they were like, get on the wall, telling my mom to get on the wall and telling me to get on the ground. And I was like, what? And I thought they were talking to the actual criminal. Like, I was like, oh, they yelling at her. So I kept trying to walk towards my mom. And they were like, no, you get on the ground. And I can laugh at it now. It's not funny, but I can laugh at it now. But in those situations, I always felt like I never want to make somebody else feel like that. I never want to make somebody who maybe they look a certain way because maybe they come off a hard day's work. You know what I mean? Maybe they do look rough and we think they look suspicious and I'm hitting the lock on them.
Definitely. So that's a good question. So have you experienced a situation where you stereotype someone? Like talk to us, let us know, comment. It's real. It's real. I think we do it sometimes subconsciously. We don't even know we're making those decisions.
I don't even know we're doing it.
Just because it's something that we just do. Like I said, for me, I personally never experienced walking past a group of individuals and them trying to rob me, beat me up, or do anything like that. But you hear so many stories. Mentally, I just know to cross the street.
Now, have you ever been in a situation being an African American male that maybe someone stereotyped you, maybe someone was afraid of you walking by, or maybe they made a comment? Because then something happened to us in Kentucky. What happened to us in Kentucky?
Yeah, no, that was more you. But so we were in Burlington Coat Factory over in Kentucky, and we were walking. No, we were talking. Robin was on the phone. I walked away, but I saw a group of Caucasians walking towards us. They were more walking towards Robin, and they made comments like, "What they doing over here? They don't belong." Blah blah this, or "You don't belong." But Robin never heard none of it. So I went off on her. I was going off on her. Like, pay attention to your surroundings. And again, that's definitely stereotype. That's more racism than stereotyping. But it's the same
difference.
It's a difference, but it's the same thing in a sense. Stereotyping you. But anyway, so they were doing that. So I went off on Robin, like, pay attention to your surroundings. You don't know we in their territory. So anyway.
Kentucky, you know what? I was looking at a news report earlier. Kentucky is honestly like, if you get deep into Kentucky, I mean, we were like on the borders of Cincinnati still, but if you get deep into Kentucky, there is major racism still in Kentucky. Like, there's still like Confederate flags. I'm pretty sure there's like a KKK headquarters or something like that. You know, when you're on your way back from Gatlinburg or something like that, like Tennessee. There's like that building that's like off of the expressway. You never pay attention? Oh, I have. So yeah, you have to. I guess you do have to be Kentucky or Kelfro in Kentucky, but I do kind of just get like, just enjoy the day. Like,
but like stereotyping though is honestly, and you said you have to be careful. I honestly still think we do it every day. We do it to ourselves. We do it to others based off of things we hear, see, and experience. Definitely with social media being what it is, we get a lot of different pictures of individuals. Because I'm not gonna lie, like I feel sad, and I don't want to do it. But the generation that I fall in, it's sad, it's scary. But I don't want to stereotype the whole generation because we have some positive people out here doing some big things, trying to make some big moves. So I don't want to stereotype a whole generation based on a group of individuals that fall in that generation. But it happens because we're asleep right now. Across the board, I feel like we're asleep. There's more that need to happen. It's scary because now it's our responsibility to take on some things that we didn't have the responsibility of. So I do, yeah, in a sense, like I said, I stereotype, but it's not always about a race. Because I'm doing it to my own people. So
yeah, you are. You have to be careful. That's exactly what I was going to say. You have to be careful about that. I mean, we can't protest and get upset and do all these chants and these. I don't want to say that, but we can't do all these things in support of the movement. But we're also still bringing our people down as well. You know what I mean? We also still are stereotyping our people down as well. We have to stereotype people off of what we've heard about someone. That's very true. That's very true. So maybe, Kerry, maybe that's what's driven your whole. If I see a group of Black men, maybe it's because.
It's definitely off of that. It's definitely off of that. Like I said, I've never experienced it. It's only off of what I've heard. I've never had I don't, and this may be the part too. I'm fairly not often in areas where those type of individuals will be anyway. So it's when I get in those areas, I remember what I've heard. Because I don't do hood. I don't do the hood. So instead of I'm always in the hood or where those people or those individuals, I should say, where those individuals hang. I'm not there. So, but when I do, I know that if I see it up, because thank God for again Richard Wanamaker for giving me the insight of vision. If I see them up there, I will cross the street. And again, like Stanton Thomas said, it's really just based off of what I've heard about from other people. Like I know people that's had like personal encounters. But I don't
make me sad, Kerry. I'm sitting here hearing you say this, and that does make me sad because.
So you don't do. So we don't let's not do that. So mine is because I see a group of guys, which we do have issues with in a sense. They'll give you a problem before they give somebody else a problem.
That's true.
But let's turn it on you.
Okay.
You've not been in a situation where it's a group of females that you know you wouldn't deal with because they messy and they every time they just messy and they gonna try to start some mess with you. You ain't gonna come because that's all I'm doing is I'm just swerving just in case because you know those type of people.
Yeah.
So no. No. Talk to us.
I don't know because I think I'm more of I'm about to walk by. I walk by because that's not a good example for me. Like that's not. I mean, in the case of if there was a group of Black boys, that's a good example for me. But I also come from a different background too, though, where it's not that I'm hanging out in the hood, but I have cousins.
You was in the hood?
Huh?
We have to talk.
But I have cousins. Like I have cousins who I mean they're not like out standing on the street corners or nothing, but I have cousins who are from the hood. Like, and I can't think of none that's still in the hood, but probably, I don't know. But you know what I mean? I mean, I'm cautious. I'll always be cautious, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be like, oh, there's a group of black boys. I'm going to walk this whole other way. Because then I start getting nervous and I start thinking like, well, I'll make myself look suspicious. Like, I'll make them feel some type of way. And then that becomes a problem because then they're like, oh, well, you don't want to, da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Now, that in my case, that would be like my thing. Like, I would still walk by, but I guess the only time I've definitely done this would be if like it's dark outside and someone's walking up on my car. Like then I know I have a real bad habit, and my friends know I hit the lock so fast. I actually drive with like my hand like on the door because I just have this fear, but that comes from my fear of like movies and watching like horror. That comes from my fear of watching like suspenseful movies and stuff like that. That somebody's gonna like open my door, pull me out, beat me up, kill me, or like kidnap me, or steal my purse, or something like that. Like that's just all in my head. That's the whole anxiety stuff and whatever. But the whole walking past a group of black boys, I have to think about that because I don't think I'm that person. I'm like, what's up, y'all? Like, y'all chilling? Y'all good? Now, if they're rude and disrespectful, then I'm like, all right, like, I ain't even got to be like that. But am I scared of them? Not necessarily. I'm not clutching my pearls, clutching my purse like the old, because I'm telling you, when I think of this topic, I definitely think of the husband and wife going to dinner. She's holding his arm. And they're like fancy, and she has her pearls on tonight because he told her to get
too much TV.
I do. And all of a sudden, it's a black guy walking down the street, and she clutches her pearls because the black guy walks down the street.
So I want to see. Do we have any comments?
We do actually. Richard left one. I'm sure it'll pop up here soon. But he said, "Great conversation, Kerry. Thanks for all the kind words." Oh, he said, "Thanks for all the kind words. I've got to leave now, but looking forward to the next get together." Oh, he called it a get together. I like that, Richard.
Yes.
I like that. He said, "I'll wait for the next get together." So thank you so much for tuning in, Richard. Thank you.
Apparently, I thought I started my watch party. Apparently, I didn't.
I know. We're trying to talk and keep it going at the same time, and I don't either, and I feel bad.
And I just saw the thing on the side. But anyway, so yes, Stanton, Pastor Thomas, definitely true. Our perception shapes our reality. And it's definitely what Robin said. I definitely, while I'm trying to grow myself, I'm definitely working daily to change my perception on things, my perception on life. Because now I'm able, at least as an adult, to shape my own view. Like I grew up kind of blind, so it took me a while to kind of mature myself into my own way of thinking. And that's just being honest. If anybody know me growing up, they know my mom, they knew that one too much thinking of for yourself. She made literally I was 25 not driving because my mom didn't want me to drive. That's the reality that I grew up in. It's
Why not? What was her reason?
Safety. She didn't think I was gonna be able to drive, which I still can't. I drive now, so if you see me coming down the street,
please
pull over. But no, so at the end of the day, like I do think that that's definitely a fact. Our perception on things, it shapes our reality. But then it's all of what Robin said. We have to control, we have to cultivate our reality, or like our perception of things on reality. That way we won't have a closed mind. Because I do feel bad even thinking about that, because that could be a group of my brothers, like blood brothers. I have brothers.
I was going to bring that up, but I didn't want to
Yeah. So I have brothers that's definitely out there. But I'm not gonna lie, my closed mind would still have crossed the street. And if it's my brother, hey, what's up? I'm keeping it pushing.
Really?
Yeah. So that
I'm running over my cousin. It's usually my cousins, because that's who I see when I'm out and about. I'm like, my cousins. I mean, but
Yeah. So anyway, it's crazy because we definitely do it. It's going to come out. It's going to keep coming out. Robin's not going to like the way it's coming out because mine can get like, ugh, really, black brother. But
I'm wrong, black brother.
no. Don't judge me. This is again no judgment.
No, I'm not judging at all. Who am I? I'm not judging at all.
Yeah, so we definitely too. Also, if you're watching and you've not liked our page, we've gotten a new page. You can find us by typing Robin and Kerry live, or you can search us by the @ourshow_live. Again, that's @ourshow_live. We want you to like our page, follow us. Again, we got some good things, some good topics, some good discussions. We know that we're still in this quarantine situation or this COVID-19 situation. So we're here.
We just want to be a sense of entertainment. Me and Kerry sit down talk all the time, and we're like, let's just invite
every day.
What?
You said all the time, but like I feel like you should have just said every day. But okay, never mind.
Me and Kerry talk. You know what? Although we haven't been talking too often, and we'll let y'all know soon exactly why we haven't been talking too often. But just definitely go ahead. Go ahead and like our page, guys. We are so excited to be back. We're going to release a schedule. Well, we don't need to release a schedule because we're going to be here every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
We don't need no schedule. We'll be here every Thursday.
Talk with us. We definitely want to hear what you got to say. Talk to us. I see somebody
share this video.
Yes, share it. We want the conversation to grow. Do you stereotype? Definitely with what all this going on. It's crazy because we don't want to admit it, but sometimes we are our own worst enemy. We do it to ourselves before we do it to others. Again, because I'm a black brother, and I will tell you, I stereotype my other black brothers.
There you go. That's
it's a reality. It's my truth. I'm living in it. Not to say that I don't want to grow, because again, I want to change my perception. But that's a daily process that I have to work on. Because I've heard bad things. I've seen on the news bad things. I've not like personally seen it, but I don't want to see it. So to keep that from happening, I'm gonna go the other way.
And I get it. I definitely get it. I know for me, it's not in every situation, but I'm human. So I'm not saying that I've never done it or I never will do it. But in certain situations, especially when it's dark outside, because I don't like when it's dark outside and I don't like being outside when it's dark. So if I were ever in a situation like that, definitely I would get it. But I just don't want to. I don't want to say that. But yeah, I just don't want
I think you should say it.
I just don't want to feel like I'm too good, that I'm too good, basically. So like for me, that would be like, oh, I'm too good to walk across that street, or I'm too good to walk by them. You know what I mean? Or make them feel any less than a person just because I have experienced being stereotyped before. So I would never want that for someone else.
Yeah.
Which is why I try to avoid it. So yeah. But thank you so much, guys, for joining our conversation. We are so excited to be back, like I said before. We're so excited for your comments. Thank you so much for interacting with us. We hope you like our new setup. This is COVID.
It's new. It's COVID proof.
COVID friendly. We are in our own homes. We are quarantining. We are social distancing. We are following the rules. And shout out to Mikey. Mikey
Bobo
for the production of this whole thing. She is the mastermind of this whole vaccine thing, and we appreciate her.
You said vaccine, but you said vaccine. Okay, vaccine.
Whatever. We just appreciate her. Thank you so much. Kerry, you got something to say?
No. I again, Robin said it all. Thank y'all. We definitely want to talk more. So next time, talk to us more. We want to get more comments in.
That's right. That is our topic next week. Oh, that's a juicy one, y'all.
And join us next week as we talk sex and the pandemic.
I forgot that was our. Oh my goodness, y'all. That's a good one. I'm excited for that one. So definitely
join us next week. It's going to be exciting. We're gonna talk sex, y'all. We're gonna talk sex. So Mama Pat, log on after the live because we're talking sex. Your daughter is talking go a different level.
All right.
So yeah, and then too, we want y'all to help sponsor us. Sponsor us. Robin's not gonna say it, but we want you to become a sponsor today. We have some things that we want to do. We need your help. The information is on the screen. There's a number for Zelle. There's a Cash App number or name. Help us out. We know that you can do it. We believe in you because you believe in us. That's what counts. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. We got next week coming, sex and the pandemic.
Oh, I'm excited for that one, y'all. So definitely tune in. Even the church folks. Yeah,
church folks, definitely come on in because you
definitely come in.
You do it too, Missy. Because I saw you log on, Missy, and I'm calling you out. Check your page out. She have sex in the pandemic. She told Facebook. It was her birthday. But anyway,
happy birthday.
Thank y'all. We're out. Bye. We love y'all. And we're going up from here. We out. Go.